3 or 4 weeks you have to take like a summer vacation, and then like 1 or 2 weeks you can take whenever you want. That's like the typical way of taking holiday. Law requirement, it actually says that you need to have at least 1 vacation a year, which is in 3 weeks connected.
Okay.
So that's like standard, that you at least once time a year you have to have a 3 weeks holiday. Yeah.
Okay, I see. And most Japanese people are afraid of causing inconvenience to customers or coworkers by taking long vacations. So what do people think about the inconvenience caused to customers or coworkers by taking long vacations in your country?
Companies that don't want to have work-life balance, they don't have employers, because the employee market in Norway is really strict, that there are higher demand than supply of good people working. So one of the bonuses is like you're having a good work-life balance.
I see.
And that's the same for my country, that they have a bonus system.
Please tell me your honest opinion about the Japanese work environment and the way Japanese people work compared to your country.
There are, as you told me now.
Thank you for your time today. I'm Louis. What's your name?
My name is Severin. I'm 27 years old, and I come from Norway. And I work and live in the capital called Oslo.
Okay. And are you traveling Japan?
Yeah, I'm having a 2-week vacation now.
Vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. First, I want to ask you about work environment in the country.
Yeah.
What's your job?
I work as an engineer, full-time engineer, and then I work as a consultant in a consultancy company, which is including that you have a minimum salary for working 40 hours a week, and everything beyond you work 40 hours, you even get 50% additional pay, or you can take it as a flexi time, as vacation later.
Okay. And are you employed, right?
Yeah, I'm
employed.
You work
for the company?
Yeah.
Okay. And first, regarding paid holidays, in Japan, we have a minimum of 10 paid holidays per year. And after 6 months, we join the company.
Yeah.
And how many paid holidays do you get per year? And what's the legal minimum in Norway?
In the legal minimum is 20 days full time. But the requirement is that you have worked full time the year before. So like you work for getting additional holiday for the year after. So I was completed my studies last summer, so which included that last year I worked 50% of the year, which like this year I only get 50% vacation. So this year I have 10 days spare time with the paid. And then next year, since this year I work full-time, I will have 20 days. And that's like the minimum for vacation in Norway. But for my job, we have a bonus system, which we have additional 5 days as like a company bonus.
Company offer.
Yeah, company offer an additional week. So basically that's mean that I have 5 weeks per year I can take whenever I want. And I also have additional holiday in the Christmas time.
National holidays.
Yeah, and Easter. So like in practical, I have 7 weeks off for the entire year. So it's like 5 weeks whenever I want, including Easter week and the Christmas week.
I see. And do you get them immediately after you join the company, or some months after?
That you can take immediately.
Really?
It's only like depends on how much work you did the year before. So right now I'm taking paid holiday now, and that I could do because I worked 50% of last year. So this vacation I have now is the 1 week for the Easter, which is like mandatory holiday. And then this week now I have taken from my like bank of holidays.
I see. And according to some survey, Japan's paid holiday utilization rate is 40%, which is second worst in the world. And also the majority of reason why people don't take paid holidays is because they feel guilty for taking paid holidays.
I understand.
Because everyone else is busy working, I'm taking it off. What do you think about this compared to your country? Do you feel guilty or some kind of a pressure to take them?
Absolutely not, because you have to. It's the legal law that you have to take. You have to take a holiday. You can't skip holiday to get additional payday or whatever. So the 20 days you have to take them within the year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a really good like bonus system for the whole. But like in general, they say like 3 or 4 weeks you have to take like a summer vacation, and then like 1 or 2 weeks you can take like whenever you want. That's like the typical way of taking holiday. But like for me, when I work like with projects which go over time, so they really like to have people going there, like working in the summertime. But since I don't have children, I don't have like a family. It's no problem for me like working in the summer. But like then, since I don't take the summer vacation, I take holiday now, and I will and I will also take like 2 weeks in like September, October. But like you cannot just skip taking a holiday.
So company asks you to use them all.
Yeah. And they have like human resources people that follow up. Like if it comes to the end of the year and they say like they see I have 15 days off, then you're like getting really like an angry mail from from your boss. Like now you have to take.
You have to
days.
take them. I see. And since Japan's paid holiday utilization rate is very low, in 2019 the government forced people to take 5 days minimum within a year. But people still feel guilty about taking the 5 days connect together. So they ended up taking each day separately, like 1 day off at a time. So we don't have a vacation like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Traveling abroad.
So you just have long weekends here
so like
and there.
1 month for this, and next month 1 paid holidays. But if we connect it together, it's going to be say like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not like 1 week, 2 weeks, things like that. What do you think about this compared to your country?
It's really sad because what I appreciate the most now, since I had 2 weeks off, like in general when you take holiday, like the first 2-3 days, you think about job because you're in like the working zone, so you really are able to connect off. But now since I have like the 2 weeks, now the last 10 days I haven't used a second thinking about work and the tasks I have to do. So I have really like been able to connect off from like the basic days, and I feel like I'm summing up the new energy and motivation for going back to work. So like I think in general you will get more motivated employees when you have this.
That's very true.
Availabilities.
And how long do you usually take paid holidays continuously and connect together at one time in your company?
Like at least like 2 weeks. That's like a minimum. But like I said, for a law requirement, it actually says that you need to have at least 1 vacation a year, which is in 3 weeks connected. So that's like standard that you at least once time a year you have to have a 3 weeks holiday.
I see. So if you take 3 weeks off together or 2 weeks off, it's very common in your country.
And the most common is 3 weeks. So you take 3 weeks in July, which is like basically you have like in Norway the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week in July are like called holiday weeks.
Like a summer vacation.
Summer vacation weeks where like basically everyone takes it. And then there are like some people like me, because I'm young, I can work these weeks because I don't have family. But then I will have like the bonus system where I can take it in much more flexible area.
I see. And most Japanese people are afraid of causing inconvenience to customers or coworkers by taking long vacation. So what do people think about the inconvenience caused to customers or coworkers by taking long vacations in your country?
I think it's been able to work with your colleagues. Like now I have 2 weeks off, and like for sure I have tasks that I generally do every on the week, which other colleagues of mine have like taken for me now. And then I know like when summer comes, I will help them with their tasks. So like you just have to be a team player in your work. So every people, like you have colleagues and you have bosses and you have people under you, like you have to like be flexible with each other and help each other with that.
So they're helping each other to
absolutely.
And regarding sick leaves, do you have sick leave in your country?
You have at least 1 month you can have a sick leave, but you have to have writings from a doctor. and after that you have like social security for like the Norwegian state, the health insurances. So, and then you have allowed to be sick. Like if you have like some damage or something, you can actually be away from work for 3 years without losing your job. So like you can be sick for 3 whole years, and then then you will get fired.
Okay.
So it's a really flexible and really
that's
long
separate
time.
from paid holidays, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In Japan, there are no regulation about sick leaves. So only 22% of the Japanese company have sick leaves. So most Japanese people don't know about sick leaves. What is sick leave?
Sick leave is like, it could be a different kind of world. It could be like you have coffin or something. You could have medical insurance. You can have physical threats for you, and it could be like something that you're not able to fulfill your requirements at work. Like
okay. Is it paid full amount of your salary?
Yeah.
Okay. And in Japan, if we are sick and take a day off for more than 4 days, we are covered by government insurance.
Yeah.
But within 4 days, no payment. So if we have a fever or get the flu, we need to use our paid holidays.
Oh.
So that's one of the reasons the paid holiday utilization is really low, because people want to save their paid holiday for
if they get sick. Yeah.
Please give your honest opinion about this.
It sucks. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal because you need to know that you will be able to have vacation, and you need to know that if you get sick, people will take care of you, and the system will take care of you. Right. So it's just the reason that you don't have what you say. You don't believe in the system. Yeah. It's just that.
Yeah. Okay. And regarding overtime, do you work overtime often?
It depends on the project, if there's a lot to do or not. And like I said, overtime regulations are really like strict. You can do overtime for sure, but for me, if I work, let's say 2 hours more a day, then I can choose if I want pay those hours, and then I get 50% additional paycheck, or I can use that as a flexible conto, and I can take spare time later. Yeah. So, and if I need to work weekends or something, I will get 100% additional paid. So it's, for me as a young man with no family, I like to work overtime to get like more money, but it's not that the job cannot say that you're obligated to work overtime. Right. That doesn't work.
And it's a 40 hours per week.
40 hours per week. Yeah.
Okay. And in Japan, the maximum overtime per month is 45 hours per month. Yeah. Do you think this is long compared to your country?
No, it's the same thing actually. Same. Yeah. And you can be flexible that maybe you work 1 month 80 hours. Yeah. But then the next month you can do now overtime. Okay. So it's like real flexible, but they look like within a year, you have like 40 hours every month in total. But then you can have some times where you really need to work, but then you can have a lot of spare time later.
I see. And in Japan, overtime pay is the hourly wage plus 25%. How much is added to overtime payment?
50% for weekdays and 100%.
1.5, you mean?
Yeah, 1.5.
Oh, that's a lot.
And then 2.0 in weekends.
So double in the weekends.
Double.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot. And in Japan, if you leave work on time, if you leave office on time, people think you are unmotivated. So many people tend to choose work overtime because they are concerned about what others think of them and their reputation or evaluation. Yeah. So is there any kind of pressure or kind of same thing about leaving the company on time?
There are some in some sectors, like if you work in finance or banking, like those sort of segments, obviously they work a lot of overtime. Yeah. And that's, I think, like in international perspective, because financial doesn't really, is not nationally finance is international,
and they get a lot of money too, right?
Absolutely. And they have bonuses and everything, but like as an engineer and especially as a consultant, like you are paid by the hour, and there are more strict regulations for it for sure. So there are like a few sectors that work a lot of overtime, and there are also like some industry sectors like oil and gas we have in Norway, where we work like 12 hours a week, but then they work like 2 weeks, and then they have 4 weeks off. So there are like different sectors which doesn't like follow the typical 40 hours week for sure, but like for young people like me as an engineer, I don't feel like obligated to do a lot of overtime work. It's more that I want to do it, and the boss, you really need to have like a close connection with your boss about how much do you really want to work, and you don't get like a bigger salary in general if you do work a lot of overtime. You get like more paid, but like your basic like 40 hours salary doesn't increase either.
That's very true. And in Japan there is also called unpaid overtime, which employees do not get paid for working an additional 50 or 30 or sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours. So some survey shows that 40% of Japanese people work an average of 18 hours per month, unpaid. So is there any customs like unpaid overtime, or have you ever heard of that things in your country?
Yeah, absolutely. There are like, in general, when you sign like a working contract, either you get paid by the hour you work and you don't get a bonus. I don't have a bonus system in my work. I only get like paid per hour I work. But then the other typical way of having a working contract is that you don't write your hours. You just work, and then the bonus for the company you will get. So then you don't like have this. You have like not salary hours, but you will have a bonus at the end of the year, which like should be like paid off for the weeks. But like in general, I think people that have this type of contract doesn't really have that much earnings compared with working by the hour.
So it's based on your contract, but in Japanese case, this is illegal. So people work overtime, they need to get paid for an additional payment, right? But it says 40% of the company don't pay employees extra hours. So it's illegal, but it's kind of a customs in here.
It's the same in Norway actually. It's just the same that for companies that don't write hours, you can work as much as you want, because no one will like figure it out, and like the state companies that oversee this are not able to find it out either. So it's for sure happens in Norway as well.
I see. And perspective of work in Japan, usually people are expected to work. People are expected to sacrifice their personal time to contribute to the company, and this leads to overtime and overwork. And in your country, do company expect you to prioritize work over your personal time, or do they think work-life balance is important?
Work-life balance is the most important for sure, and it's actually like been an interesting dialogue the recent past year, that if you want to change for a 4-day week, so you work like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and then you take it off. So you can have more work-life balance, you have longer vacation times for sure. So I think companies that don't want to have work-life balance, they don't have employees, because the employee market in Norway is really strict, that there are higher demand than supply of good people working. So one of the bonuses is like you having a good work-life balance.
I see.
And that's the same for my country, that they have a bonus system, that they have 5 more days vacation off, and that's what like employees look for, because like the salary level is really like common for all of the companies. You won't find like a company that pays you 50% more. You just don't find it. So it's really about good work-life balance.
So some company give employees compensation for not for money, for work-life balance.
Absolutely. And I think especially people like, let's say with 35, 40 years, they have small kids, they are more eager to use time with the family and have like, when they work, and when they're off, they're off. instead of like working all the hours, because you can't really like put away your children for like people to watch them for a long time.
Right.
You have like kindergarten and stuff, but like either that you have to take care of your own kids,
Right.
and people like want to do it as well. So
Yeah.
so, and especially after the COVID period,
Yep.
where people really figure out that you can actually work from home as well. You can work from wherever you want. So
Yes.
so like the work-life balance have really changed also the last 5 years. So it's interesting to see that people have more respect and interesting in the good work-life balance than maximizing your
Right.
paycheck.
Okay, I see. And this is the last question. Please tell me your honest opinion about the Japanese work environment and the way Japanese people work compared to your country.
There are, as you told me now, it sounds like there's more pressure to work, and
Sure.
maybe the employees don't have as much power as an employee in Norway have. I think that's really sums it up.
Right, right. That's very true. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.